It's that time of the year again, folks. People are decorating their homes. Beautiful Christmas trees with all different kinds of lights. Drinking hot chocolate with marshmallows while listening to Christmas music. Getting into that Christmas spirit. What a wonderful time of the year. Wouldn't you agree? All the gifts you've ever wanted. Well, depending whether you were naughty or nice. See, Santa Claus keeps a list. So if you were nice this year, you're sure to get what you've wished for. Call on your Christmas stocking if you were naughty. He's always keeping track. You know who keeps track as well? The shadow of Christmas. A horrific beast who literally beats people into being nice. Bearing horns, dark hair, a long pointy tongue and fangs. Being naughty comes with chains and bells that he lashes about, along with birch sticks meant to swat naughty children. He comes from the underworld. And his name? Well, he answers to Krampus. Now let's dig deep and embrace the strange. Something strange about Krampus. Krampus is derived from a German word Krampen, meaning claw. He is said to be the son of Hel, who ruled over the underworld where the dead dwelled, told in Norse mythology. Now, Krampus is half goat, half demon. He's a legendary beast who also shares characteristics with other scary demonic creatures in Greek mythology as well, like satyrs and fauns. See, children would leave their boots outside and wake up the next morning to see if it was filled with gifts or twigs. The boots with twigs will indicate kids on the naughty list. And trust me, you don't want to be on that list. That's the list Krampus goes after. See, he was created to counterpart Saint Nicholas, who gave children gifts and treats for good behavior. Now, what Krampus gave wasn't sweets. In contrast, he would beat them and even go as far as tossing the kids into a sack or a basket on his back and take them to his lair, the underworld, where he would beat them some more. His arrival is expected on the night of December 5th, which happens to be the eve of St. Nicholas. He has fans during this time who celebrate him in Slovenia, Austria, Germany, Hungary, and the Czech Republic. Adults get involved in a chaotic Krampus tribute involving public drunkenness and men running through the streets dressed as devils, frightening and even beating bystanders. Some describe the event in the narrow streets in the old city section of Salzburg as being packed with pedestrians as the Krampus stomped through. Many people were caught unaware and reacted with terror. Some would flee and try to seek refuge in a shop or restaurant, unfortunately only to be pursued by a determined Krampus. With so many easy targets, they managed to escape largely unharmed. At times they were chased, jostled, and struck, but compared with the brutality they've witnessed, it was obvious they had been spared the full brunt of what Krampus could muster. In recent years, some people in the US have begun throwing Krampus parties as sort of a twisted anti-Christmas celebration. Krampus has become increasingly popular here in the West. They've even filmed a Krampus-inspired horror movie. And in an increasing number of American cities, you can go to a Krampus party, Krampus costume contest, or even a traditional Krampus loft. Los Angeles in particular has a Krampus scene, and the Morbid Anatomy Museum in Brooklyn hosts a yearly costume party. You can also get down with Krampus in Chicago, DC, Philadelphia, Richmond, Orlando, and other cities in the US and Canada. These events have been mentioned to be scarier than the Halloween parade. An article about the Krampus legend in Styria, a state in southeast Austria, reported that Krampus would deliver gold-painted bundles of birch sticks to children, small versions of the bundle of twigs he would use to beat the naughty ones. The families would hang the birch twigs on the wall for the rest of the year as decoration, and to remind kids to remain on their best behavior year-round or get struck by this nightmare being they call Krampus. Krampus has been celebrated more openly now, but it hasn't been in a while. Between 1934 and 1938, when Austria was under fascist rule, Krampus was seen as a symbol of sin, anti-Christian ideals, and social democrats. The newspaper of the Austrian Catholic Union called for a Krampus boycott, and the government of Linz, the capital of East Tyrol, forbade Krampus dances and further mandated that all aspiring St. Nicholas must be licensed by the city. They also pledged to arrest Krampus when they saw him, though it didn't rise to the level of a ban. In 1953, the head of Vienna's kindergarten system also published a pamphlet calling Krampus an evil man and warning parents that celebrating him could scar their children for life. To some, this time of the year isn't only about joyful times of togetherness, it's also dedicated to Krampus, impatiently waiting his arrival. To some, it's dreadful. Hope you guys made Santa's nice list, but I guess you won't find out until you leave your boot outside, anxiously waiting to see if it's gifts and treats you've been rewarded with. If you look out the next morning and it's twigs you see, better hope Krampus has mercy, because you've been warned not to be naughty all year round anyway, so don't come knocking on my door.